Hello again, this is only my second video so far, and my voice is still coming out funny through the camera. Yeah. With my previous video, the Tyranid digestion pit, I gave the impression it would take a while to do. It really doesn't. It's just, you don't want to really watch me doing that when you can see how I do it in this video and many alike, when you could be watching other cool videos on how to do other cool Tyranid terrain. I haven't actually seen that many videos that do Tyranid terrain. There are a few, but yeah, you can go watch them instead of watching this. With the realistic water, you can also use resin. I mentioned that in my other video. Realistic water is just too expensive, especially from the Games Workshop, even though it's good to buy from them and they have good quality stuff. I don't really think it's worth it. You can just mix paint in with resin or paint it on later. Yes, to the main focus, a Tyranid Capillary Tower. You often see these in Tyranid games and stuff when you're on their terrain. These act as shielding for Tyranids because they tend to block long-ranged fire. So Tyranids can just weave through these to the enemy lines and then battle it out in close combat. And when that happens, with no casualties, or little casualties, Tyranids tend to win. So it's good to have heaps of these, all locked around like a maze, protecting your Tyranids from fire. They don't take too long, about half an hour at maximum, fully painted, well, up to this standard. I'm not sure if you can really see that, but yeah, it's cool. Now what you got to do is you get a piece of styrofoam, maybe not a piece with a whole heap of holes in it, but you could use that if you want to. I mean, I'm going to be using this for something later. You mark out a design, tend to try to get a funny shaped triangle design, kind of like that, or this, if you imagine these indents being filled in. This is a large one. Then get your Stanley knife or other cutting device and just cut it out. And what you got to do then is to get a large file of some sort, or something to just file down the edges, and do that. So eventually it should look like this. At that point, it isn't a very good shape. So you tend to want to have to not leave this and carry on. Yeah. So once you get to this stage, after filing it all down, I'll show you how to keep going. You need a soldering iron, or I tend to use soldering irons. You can use whatever you want, but this is just the preferred choice. Can you see how this engraves in? I'm not sure if you can see that. Yeah, it works quite good. It's good to have a scrap piece of paper to test the heat. Not paper, styrofoam. Yeah, so now we get to the real thing. And for the real thing, you don't really want to stuff up, because that means you're either going to have to make do with an unusual looking shape on your board, or have to restart the whole process again. It doesn't really take that long, especially with the smaller things. But with bigger things, it really sucks if you stuff up. So what you want to do with some sort of marker or something to indent stuff, you just want to mark out where these indents are going, and they go fully around the whole thing. So just mark out at random intervals along one side of the thing where these indents are going. At the top you can have a non-broken top, or a top that looks like it's released something like a spore, or it's something's hatched out of it, or it's just been broken off. You can have them oozing stuff and all sorts of stuff. The video's already gone for 5 minutes, better hurry up. So what you need to do, got to make this quick because you don't want to be watching this all of this. You just get the soldering iron and bring it all the way around like that. Then you can just imprint a little, get your soldering iron and just push a whole heap of random holes, not very deep, into it to make it look like it's organic, kind of like a beehive, honeycomb thing. Catacombs. You want to make the inside of these look like that. As you start to go up, they need to be a little less shallower. A little less deeper, I mean. With the bottom, a good trick is to just get this long part here, don't want to touch it, and just to quickly go across that, and that makes it all hard and not styrofoam. Yeah, like that. Hard now. Okay, better keep on going. So just stick through while I do this. I'm trying to rush here because I know you don't want to be stuck in front of the computer all day, even though it's a good thing to do. Most people wouldn't agree on it as a good thing, of course. It's fun to do. I like to do it, but you got to get outside, get a bit active, you know. Yeah, this is what happens to me when I'm bored. Just start talking about random things. Yeah. If you have any questions you'd like to ask, just put them in the comments bar underneath the screen, or to the side of it, or wherever it is, depending on how you're viewing it. Subscribe to my page to get all my latest videos on Tyranid terrain and other random terrain, painting Tyranids, painting this stuff, all sorts of stuff. Any queries you'd have, just tell me. Up to the 8-minute mark, got to start to hurry, because I'm pretty sure YouTube videos, most of them only go for 10 minutes at a maximum. Yep. And then with the sides, all you got to do is just heat them up. Yeah. In some other videos, I'll be showing you how to paint these, how to make Tyranid bunkers, and yeah, any other comments you have, any questions, any things you'd like me to do, make a video of it, just put them in the comments bar. Yeah, so there you have your basic Tyranid Capillary tower. See you next time.